What's good, YouTube? This is MajoraMayhem, come at you with another deck profile. Today we're going to be taking a look at my Metal Lugia deck that actually got me to go undefeated at locals yesterday, so that was pretty fun. So let's get right into it. To start off, I'm playing 3 copies of Lugia Break. I don't know how well that text is coming across in the video, but its attack, Flash of Destruction, is 4 colorless. Does 150 damage, so 170 with the Muscle Band, knocks out a lot of EXs, easy 2 prizes, but you do have to discard 2 energy for it, so pretty pricey. I mostly play it because the 150 health boost is really nice, but there are a fair amount of scenarios where that comes into play. Like I was playing against Mega Ray for, I think it was my second round. Yeah, for my second round yesterday, and this deck got me a kill on a basic Ray, which won me the game. So, definitely a solid card to go to. Its better part is the 4 copies of the regular Lugia. It has the pressure ability, so it takes 20 less damage from each attack. So, with the break, that puts it at essentially 170 health, 140 for this one, which is an annoying number for a lot of decks to hit. And it has the Intensifying Burn attack, which is 3 cost, and if you're attacking an EX Pokemon, does 120 damage, so that's a quick Shaman kill. Combo's pretty nice, with Muscle Band's 140, so, if you're swinging against something that's smaller and not an EX, like, say, a Froakie or a Frogadier, then you're getting a pretty quick kill there. That did come up, I played against 2 Greninja decks, so getting kills off of that with Muscle Band was pretty useful. Then I'm playing 4 copies of Bronzor, and big shock, 4 copies of Bronzong, 3 of which have Metal Links, which is just toss a Steel Energy onto one of your bench Pokemon. And then the last one is a Metal Fortress, which prevents all effects of the attack, including damage done to your bench Pokemon. So that gets around Trevenant. The big thing it came into clutch for is it got around Greninja's Shallow Stitching, so even though my active Lugia had its ability knocked off, my Zoroark and these guys didn't have it, so I was able to just load it up again and get a kill in. That was really useful. I am playing 1 copy of the Bronzong Break. Did not think I need it. 130 HP, Metal Rain, it's a Steel and colorless. You just discard all the Steel energy attached to it and deal 30 damage to a Pokemon for each one you have, and that's an effect that can stack. So what I did is I loaded up with energy at the end of my final round against the Greninja, made it my active, and then just knocked out an Octillery for game. Pretty useful, all things considered. I just kept seeing it in my opening hand against a lot of my other opponents. I just had to throw it away. 2-2 line of Zoroark, which was the MVP against Ray. Mind Jack just allowed me to get KOs on the Mega, which was really nice. What you use it for is for the ability Stand In. So you make your active, you have the Float Stone, basically give free retreat to everything, and in this deck it allows you to promote the Zoroark and put your Lugia back on your bench. So if you just use Destruction Flash, lost 2 energy, use your Bronzongs to put your energy back onto your Lugia, then promote the Lugia and get another kill in. Once that's set up, it's honestly pretty devastating. To wrap up my monsters, I play 2 copies of Shaman. I'm usually a bigger fan of Octillery in builds like these, just keep it on 1 prize exchange. But in this deck, I just wanted to see my Battle Compressors as fast as I could. Just clear out my deck and get Seal in the grave so that I can make Bronzong live as soon as possible, because the more that Bronzong is alive, the better chance you have of winning, because you can get so much value off of that over a game. Going into my items, 4 copies of Ultra Ball, just pretty standard. I was considering playing 1 Bubble Ball just to hit some of my smaller stuff, but ultimately it just came to having the 4 Ultra Balls was really necessary just for the sake of getting to the Shamans. I would not change that. 3 copies of Trainer's Mills. Unfortunately, I had to cut 1 for, I think it was a supporter. Just really staple card, and almost everything I play. It allows you to go quick, hit your battle competitors fast, hit a supporter fast. 4 copies of VS Seeker. I mean, everyone should play this. Like, if you don't have them, get them now. I think I saw them for like $9. I was like, oh, bye. 3 copies of Battle Compressor. This allows you to dump Steel, is the main reason, but also dump Spores for Verse Seeker, get rid of any Pokemon you're not needing. Overall, pretty good card. I'm going to miss it in next rotation. 3 copies of Muscle Band. As I said, puts Flash of Destruction at 170, so EX killing range. There's funny stuff you can do with Shaman with that attached. Just get some kills and people don't expect. I think I had one scenario in testing where I had to put on a Zoroark and cried about that, but it's still a really good card. 2 copies of Floatstone, just toss them on the Zoroark for your treat for your team. 1 copy of Switch for when you don't have your Floatstone or Zoroark built. It just lets you do what you need to do, switch, get your Lugia back in, recharge it again. 3 copies of Skyfield. You play a pretty big bench count in this deck, and kind of the big reason for playing this is so that when my opponent countered it, I could knock off my Shamans. I was considering playing Parallel City, but it's just that was too small. I mean, it wouldn't let me set up another Lugia as my first one was up, because you need at least 2 for Bronzong and then 1 for your Zoroark. On to my supporters. For my one-ofs, I play 1 Lysander, because kill Shamans. 1 Sycamore, because unfortunately I didn't have room for Sacred Ash in this deck, and I did not want to lose any of my evolution lines. 1 Skyla, mostly to hit Skyfield, but also gets me to Floatstones, Muscle Bands. And then 2 copies of In. The draw support is a bit lighter than I like in most decks, but I think the 2 Shamans help to cover for it. Onto my energy, 4 DCE. I mean, you saw the attack cost on Lugia. Pretty much necessary. Lets me use Zoroark as an attacker. This is just perfect. I've really loved this, and my 6 Steel energy. This is all I need, because it's usually with each Battle Compressor I dump 2 Steel and then 1 supporter. Usually Skyla first off, but maybe an N if I have the VS Seeker in hand. Really, this is a band balance that's been working perfectly for me, which is good because it's the first one I found. Alright, so that's my deck profile. Let me know of any questions or comments you have down in the comment section below, and thank you for watching. Please subscribe.